Hi everyone, I'm Prosper. Welcome back to the channel. So I did go from a civil engineering background to data science. I know many of you are wondering, you hear civil engineering, what comes to mind? Construction of roads, building bridges. It doesn't have anything to do with tech, computer science, or coding. And I know there are equally people out there that are trying to make similar transitions from whether the arts, the traditional engineering, the the health space to the tech space. I know this can be challenging, especially with no background in coding. Well, I'm here to tell you it's possible because I've been able to do it. And I hope the tips I share today will be helpful in your journey as you get started to transition into data science or the tech space. Before we get into it, thanks guys for being here. I'd like you to keep pushing this channel, subscribe, share this video, and like the content as always. Now let's get into it. So back in my undergrad, I was a civil engineering major. My classes were related to structural engineering, water resources, highway and transportation. You know one thing, I liked my classes. I was doing very well in my classes. And on top of this, I had two great internships. But then I realized that this is not what I want to do after school. I didn't want to be a civil engineer after school on the field. I didn't want to do that. So fast forward to final year, I was very lucky to have a few friends in the United States pursuing their masters and PhDs in statistics, computer science, and other related fields. And they were on scholarships. And I was like, maybe I can also get on one of these scholarships. So I applied to a couple of schools and got into a few. And I decided to come to UD because I was awarded a research assistantship position. And this is where it all changed for me. So coming to UD, the research I was assigned to had a huge computer science component. And at the time, I didn't know how to code. I didn't know how to write a line of code. So what did I do? I had to take the classes outside my department. I took classes in computer science, statistics, and math. I learned how to code in R, Python, and Java. Actually, my first language was Java, which wasn't easy for me. That was my first programming class. It wasn't easy for me. But then that's what I started with. And I fully transitioned from Java to Python because Python, when you talk about data science, Python is a better fit as compared to Java. So I learned these skills, kept working on myself. That's through the research project. But then aside my research, I was very inquisitive. I wanted to find out what is out there. Like I was reading blogs, posts, talking to people on LinkedIn, and got to understand how data is the new gold. A lot of companies are using data to drive value and increase customer engagement and increase revenue. So I was like, maybe this is a field I want to go into after school. I want to be a data scientist or a machine learning engineer. And I realized that even though I was doing similar things in my research, it wasn't enough. So I had to get out there, get uncomfortable, sign up for other online courses on Coursera, got on a Kaggle platform, work on a lot of projects with other people. I just kept building my resume. So 2 years ago, I was like, let me try and see if I can get an internship, we get some industry experience. Since even though like I was into research in my master's, I don't have any plans of going into academia. I wanted to become a data scientist. So I applied to a couple of places. I think I put about at least 50 applications. But unfortunately for me, I didn't get any interviews. I didn't get any feedback. I didn't get any interviews. Let's take it like that. So I realized that there's still work to do. So I had to go back to the drawing board. And one way to do that is or the only way to do that is what? Keep working on yourself, build more meaningful projects, convincing projects. Then I realized that the projects I had on my resume at the time were kind of generic projects. When you look at any other aspiring data scientist resume, they have similar Kaggle generic, like using generic data sets on Kaggle and all that. So I realized that I had to differentiate myself from the pool or from the other applicants. So I started looking out for unique problems to solve online. Sometimes to create my own data set, and I worked on more projects to beef up my resume. So then I decided to try again last year. That was in 2021 summer. I had a lot of interviews. I applied to some and some of the other positions that I was reached out to by the recruiters. So I had so many interviews last year, and I finally landed one with Capital One as a data scientist intern. So I've been with them for like 6 weeks now. It's been great. I've been learning a lot, and it's been pretty cool. Like, I realized there's so much different what we do in school, in academia, and what is done in the industry. So guys, that's been my story about how I got into data science from a non-CS math or statistics degree. And I hope this will be helpful in your journey. You pick a thing or two from this to get started as well. Now, 4 key points here. First, I had to learn the skills. I had to learn how to code. And Python was my preferred language. That's 1. 2, I had to create a portfolio myself. That's the skills that I have. I had to use them to build projects. That's the second one. The third one, that's if you're interested in looking for jobs or pursuing a career in the field, then you need to know how to sell yourself. One way of doing that is to putting together a convincing resume. How to do that, very important. And 4, you need to know how to answer interview questions, which is very important. You apply, you get interviews, but how do you attempt interview questions? How do you make your answers convincing? Guys, that'll be it for today. Thanks for watching this video. Once again, share, like, and subscribe to the channel. And I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you.